I've seen the same three red flags kill momentum again and again before there's even an offer on the table. So today I'm going to break them down. My number one red flag is the business is the founder. This kills deals. If there's no systems, no processes, no second layer of management, it's very hard for a buyer to feel confident buying the business. Buyers want systems, teams, processes. They do not want to buy a personality that is unpredictable, that is tough to underwrite, and it is not scalable or repeatable. What are three red flags that scare away serious buyers before they even make an offer? Hey everyone, I'm Oliver Bogner, managing partner of the Advisory Investment Bank. We're a lower middle market investment bank focused exclusively on all things essential services. HVAC, plumbing, pest, electrical, landscaping, fire safety, elevator repair and maintenance, pool, accounting. If it's an essential service, we cover it, we know the buyers, and we know how to get you the best deal and the best terms possible. Today, I'm breaking down exactly things that we deal with every single day. We're coaching our clients through this. We're going to talk about three red flags that scare away buyers before they even make an offer. Now, I would say these three red flags, sometimes they happen during the sale process and we lose buyers. Sometimes they happen post LOI, which we always try to prevent from happening, but sometimes they do happen post LOI and they can really derail a deal. So you don't hear about those deals that don't happen because when a serious buyer passes, they rarely explain why they're passing. But after representing the who's who of essential service businesses, HVAC, plumbing, pest, landscaping, and more, I've seen the same three red flags kill momentum again and again before there's even an offer on the table. So today I'm going to break them down. My number one red flag is the business is the founder. This kills deals. If there's no systems, no processes, no second layer of management, it's very hard for a buyer to feel confident buying the business. A buyer actually loves to hear the owner's working on the business 10, 15 hours a week. The owner's got a number two that handles this. I don't necessarily know that because my number two handles that. Great answer, right? We really want to ensure that we are messaging and that it is the actual reality of the business, that the business does not revolve around the founder. If a customer calls the founder directly, that's a problem. If they quote every sale, every fire drill, if every bid runs through the founder, you are not selling your business. You are selling a job, and someone else has to step into the founder role. Buyers want systems, teams, processes. They do not want to buy a personality that is unpredictable, that is tough to underwrite, and it is not scalable or repeatable, especially if you're trying to get bigger. So the stronger your number two is, the stronger that second layer of leadership is, the higher the valuation. That's my number one red flag. The founder cannot be the business. I love big personality founders. I love working with big personality founders, especially my Main Street founders that are running really exciting essential services. But we really talk a lot about how we message my number two is really strong. My number two handles this. We really have to paint the picture of that second layer of management. Okay, number two, financials don't tell the story. Buyers do not expect a business to be perfect, but they do expect true clarity in what's happening. So if the books are messy, if the P&L format changes every quarter, if we can't keep margins straight, if we can't explain why certain things are taking a hit, if the CPA can't produce clean monthly data, buyers will leave. Buyers do not pay a premium and they don't want to buy things that they cannot verify. So it's really important that we've got clean, consistent, quality of earnings ready financials that really make it clear that this is a great business to buy. So I don't necessarily care if you're charging your boat or your house to the company, and those are different methodologies for ensuring that you're as tax efficient as possible. That is totally on you, the business owner. I can adjust that when we go through a Q of E, we can get credit for that. What we care about is that we've got random people on payroll, that we're paying one person in cash, that we're doing this, that we're doing that with another employee, that we're not consistent. Those really create issues. So we want clean financials. We want to ensure we've got clean bills for customers, that we don't have too much AR hanging out there, that the business is clean and easy to pick apart and easy to rebuild. Because once we sign an LOI, a business goes through what's called a quality of earnings. We call it the Q of E, right? And the Q of E basically rebuilds 3 years of financials, line item by line item, bank ledger line by bank ledger line. So it's really important that we can create that clear picture. Number 3, deal killer. This is specifically for essential service businesses, specifically my landscaping clients, my HVAC clients, my plumbing clients. Too much project-based revenue, new construction revenue. So if there's too much project-based revenue or construction/new construction revenue, that is a major, major deal killer. So buyers have what are called buy boxes, and most buyers are not comfortable with more than 20% of revenue coming from project-based or new construction. Buyers are going to discount that heavily or they're going to walk. It's not repeatable. It's not consistent. It's very, very hard for any sort of institutional buyer to underwrite. So what are we telling clients to do? Maintenance plans, memberships, predictable, repeatable income. That's what moves the multiple. Predictable, repeatable income. Are you touching base with a client once a quarter if you're doing their pest, or once a month if you're doing their pest? If it's an HVAC client, do you have them on a membership? And a membership can literally be a $25 a month charge to their credit card for being part of the membership, and they get $25 off their next service, right? It's that easy, but it's predictable, recurring membership. That client's sticky. So overall takeaway, we cannot control the entire market. We can control the story that the business tells. We've got to get the leadership bench in place. You've got to groom, train, and get that second layer of leadership up and ready to take over. We need numbers clean, and we need very, very clean recurring revenue. So if we want serious buyers to bid top dollar on the business, we know exactly what they're looking for. When a business runs like a platform and it's not an owner's personality, that's really where we can get the very best price. So again, all we do is essential services. This is what we love talking about. Obviously, I'm very, very passionate about the essential service industry. Feel free to reach out to us, shoot us an email, shoot us a DM. We are here to continue to do amazing videos and talk about everything we know that's happening in the market. Thanks so much.